Hello Scorpios, and welcome back to the channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your general reading for the month of August. This will be for the sun signs of Scorpio, to include your moon sign, Venus sign, and rising sign. So bear in mind, this is general. Some of the content may not resonate. If it does, awesome. If it does not, that's okay. Just leave what does not resonate with you. Don't try and force any storylines into what's going on with you in your current life right now. Like I said, you also want to check out the other videos for your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign. You find guided messages there. You find that perhaps messages actually resonate with you a bit more. All right. So we're in Leo season. We've got lots going on in the month of August. This is really a magical month. But before I get into all of that, I would like to invite you all to join me in creating some sacred space. I'm going to go ahead and use a Tibetan singing bowl as usual. For those of you who are new to the channel, thank you so much for finding the channel. You're being divinely guided here. It's no accident. I want to first of all start off by saying thank you to all new subscribers. I really do appreciate your support and devotion to this channel. Thank you to all current subscribers as well. I mean, your support means so much to the channel and to me, and it just lets me know that the messages are resonating with you all, and that they are definitely, giving you the right spiritual guidance and advice that you need, and in the right timing. Okay, so thank you so much, and welcome to all cross watchers. Love you all, much appreciated that you're visiting and stopping by. Hopefully you all are subscribers too. All right, okay, so let's connect. Let's go ahead and take some nice cleansing deep breaths. Let's just release what's feeling heavy and burdensome on our shoulders, and let's just clear our mind's eye. All right, here we go. Okay, thank you, Scorpios. Let's get started. Oops. Okay, so lots going on in the month of August. Lots to talk about, astrologically speaking. For the reading, I'm going to begin with a 3-card pull from the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck, and then I will be using the Mystic Dreamers Tarot to do a Celtic cross for you all, okay? After that, I will use the Untamed Truth Oracle cards for confirmation of what's coming in for you, and then we're going to move on to the Pure Love Oracle, followed by a 1-card pull from the Sacred Rebels Oracle, a card pull from the Nature Spirit Oracle, the Native Spirit Oracle, and the Nature's Whispers as well. I've got lots for you in store. These messages have been really coming in strongly. They've been resonating with a lot of people already. So I sincerely hope that the messages hit home for you as well. This is a beautiful month. We are coming out of the eclipse season, which we experienced in July. So we had 2 eclipses in July, the solar eclipse around the 3rd, and then we had the lunar eclipse in the middle of the month. So lots going on. The eclipses helped really illuminate and catalyze anything that was going on in our lives. So if anything needed to be cleansed out, it facilitated in doing that as well. If anything was getting ready to start or to come in, like any new love interests, any new job opportunities, any new creative ideas or inspiration, that was also catalyzed and energetically catalyzed, and all that energy is transitioning into the month of August. So this is going to be a really exciting month because everything that was happening in July just sort of like set the stage and kind of like fueled the energy for us this month. The month of August is a really powerful, magical month of manifestation. We have the Leo energy right now, which is fire energy, and it's all about creative ideas, taking inspired action, and moving forward on your goals, hopes, and dreams. And these are the dreams, these are your New Year's resolutions that you all set back in January with the power of the super moon. So January was a huge, powerful month, and now we're in this, and it's how are we going to bring all that into the 3D? And with the Leo and Virgo energy juxtaposition, this is exactly how we're going to do it. Leo, like I said, is a fire sign. It's a sign of inspiration, motivation, creative energy. Virgo is a beautiful earth sign of doing. Virgos are really good at taking ideas, making a practical blueprint or a practical work plan, and really bring that along. So we enter Virgo season at the end of the month, around the 23rd of this. So, you know, you've got the Leo energy in the middle, beginning to mid-month, and then we're going to finish off with a nice, beautiful, grounded earth energy of Virgo to bring our hopes and dreams down into the reality, down into our 3D worlds. So, like I said, lots going on energetically with the month of August. So I just pulled three cards for you all. First up is balance. Absolutely. This is a perfect time for you all, Scorpios, to be getting into balance with yourselves, getting yourselves into balance with this awesome energy that we're experiencing. Like I said, this is the month of manifestation. It's the month of magic. And, you know, we may be still a bit shifty or a bit wobbly from the potent energy of Cancer and the eclipse cycles. But now it's time to get in alignment with this new cool energy that we have. And it's about balancing your priorities, balancing your energy, and really getting clear about, okay, what do I want? How do I want the remainder of teen to look and feel like? Because we've all ended karmic cycles, and I've already spoken in detail about that back in June. So if you need reminders or if you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out those videos and just to sort of see what was really going on in the collective. Because what happened then is really having an impact of what's going to happen right now in December and beyond. So for many of us in the collective, that we've released karmic cycles, we've released karmic relationships, people, that's family, friends, lovers. That's okay. We've learned the lessons and we're moving on from that, and we're better, stronger people for it. So now it's time to balance those lessons, balance the new way of being and your new way of life, and moving forward with that. So up next is faith. It's coming in reverse. And perhaps some of you, depending on what happened with your karmic cycles and how things ended, perhaps some of you be doubting a bit, you know, your faith be a little bit skewed. But don't let that happen, because everything is happening in divine timing. It's in divine order. It's in for your it happened for your highest good. Just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now in this moment in time in your life. So just express gratitude and thanks to all the gifts that you've received, all the lessons that you've learned, because it is for your highest good. So have faith in that, and you know, also have faith in yourself. I feel like the reversal is not so much indicating a blockage or maybe like blinders energy, you know, like you're putting up the blinders, like you don't want to believe what happened. But I feel like this can also be like having faith in yourself, that you are a beautiful being and you're worth it and everything is happening for your highest good. So just take heed in that and take comfort in that, and just know that it's only going to get better from here. All right, so have faith in that. And beauty is coming in for you all. So beauty is all about, this card represents surrounding yourself with things that you find beautiful. It could be surrounding yourself with with your most favorite color. Maybe like take a room or two and decorate, you know, maybe just add decorative finishes, like maybe some new throw pillows or some flowers or something that represent your most favorite color. Or maybe find pictures or paintings that inspire you and just kind of uplift you. So when you're hanging up, it's like, okay, yeah, I like the energy of that. So just little tweaks, you know, to your personal environment will help increase the beauty in your life. It'll help open up your heart-centeredness and open up your heart to give love and to receive love. It opens up your heart as well to express gratitude a little bit more easily and freely. But beauty is all around us. This card also talks about being in the present moment and just looking around at what life has for you, you know, just taking a walk outside and just really appreciating nature and the beauty of it and the simplicity of it right there in front of you. All right. So yeah, excellent way to start the reading. This is wonderful. So like I said, I'm going to do a Celtic card spread for you all. It's going to take me a minute to kind of shuffle, if that's all right. So it'll give me a chance to kind of talk about what else is going on in the month of August. So we ended with a new moon. It was a super new moon. In fact, it was the black super new moon of Leo. And new moons are all about new beginnings, right? It's new beginnings, and it's a great way for us to check in. Let me move these cards. We'll put them over here. Sorry. But it's a great way to refocus our intentions and realign ourselves with what it is that we're trying to call into for our lives. These are kind of getting a bit skewed. But yeah, the black super new moon was really powerful and potent because that was ending the eclipse season of July, and that energy was being carried over into the month of August. So we began the month of August with a energy of new beginnings, inspired action. And it's not just any new beginnings, but it is the new beginning of a major cycle, major new life cycles. Again, check out videos. It kind of talks in detail about what all that means and so forth. Because we did end big karmic cycles, and now we're starting new ones. 30th of this, we will conclude the month of this with another new moon. So yeah, so new beginnings is sort of the theme for the month of this, as well as love, because the new moon on the 30th of this will be nicely seated in beautiful Virgo energy. And Virgo energy is lovely and gentle, and it has a softness to it. Let me create some space. It has a softness to it that will make people more inspired to reconnect and come into harmony with friends, family, lovers, new lovers, perhaps reunions for those of you who are out of union right now. But yeah, so new beginnings all around. Venus moves into Virgo towards the end of the month, so love is in the air. And the theme for this is heart-centeredness, leading from your heart, giving love to receive love, doing acts of kindness for people, connecting with people on a soul level. And when I say connecting, I mean that's friends, family, people. I mean, it's just love. I mean, love really is in the air, but it's a beautiful, soft, sweet energy of love. You know, we're also seated in summer season, so the solar energy is high. It's really warm. It's really powerful. It's really welcoming. It's really cozy. So have fun with it. You know, that's going to be that's going to be the Virgo part of this. Right now we're in Leo season, so it's just about keeping things fun. I can't take all these. This is a lot. It's about keeping everything fun, enthusiastic, lighthearted, social. So that's where we're at right now in the beginning of the month. It's just kicking up our heels, going to the beach, going on vacations, taking a rest from, life's burdens, life's challenges, life's stresses, and just kind of going with the flow and enjoying life. You know, it really has a joie de vivre type energy right now. It's fun, it's funky, it's lighthearted, it's social. So that's where we're at. So just, flow with that energy and just know that the month of August is just super cool. I'm really excited about this, if you can't already tell. We are coming out of the Mercury retrograde, so that Mercury went direct on August. However, because that energy still needs to settle, we are currently in its shadow phase. So it will be in Mercury shadow until about the 5th or so. So yeah, and by then, after that, Mercury should have settled down in its direct direction, and it's going to help improve lines of communication. People are going to be more receptive to hearing what you have to say. You're also going to speak and communicate more clearly, more authentically, and it's going to be better received. So, all right, so that was kind of a lot of work, to get the Celtic cross, but we do have the Celtic cross on the ground. Wow, what do we have? Okay, nice. Wow, okay, Scorpios, this is going to be a great reading for you all. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Swords. So I feel like you be feeling like you're in conflict right now, conflict with people, conflict with your surroundings, conflict with your environment. I feel like right now, because of the changes that every one of us are experiencing, I feel like you're making decisions for yourself, and perhaps people may not agree with it or understand it. And I feel like you're on the defense, that you feel like you have to defend yourself, defend your new choices, defend your new way of life to perhaps your closest friends and family. I think maybe they not quite understand what you're trying to achieve yet, or really see the vision as you see it. But it's not about them, Scorpio. This is about you. So pick your battles. Be very careful with how you're communicating, and how you're defending yourself, because sometimes words can't be taken back. So the advice of this card and the overall energy for your reading is to take a moment to step back and know that you can't win every single battle, and really ask yourself, is it worth it? Is having that argument worth it? And is it worth destroying that relationship or relationships? Okay, so this is a card of caution, all right? But I see that, and it makes sense, because you're going through a major transition right now. At the center of your reading is the Death card. I feel like this is the death of the past, the death of an old way of being, a death of who you once were. And, this is coming in because you're starting a new cycle. So you have to shed the old skin. You have to shed old perspectives about yourself, your surroundings, people in your life. But this is a big internal shift for you, because crossing is the High Priestess. I'll show it up right. The High Priestess is here for you. And Scorpio, you're water signs. You all are extremely intuitive individuals. So your intuition is high, with, the High Priestess coupled with the Death card. In fact, this is you. The Death card is also a Scorpio card. So Scorpios, this is right on point for you. You are going through a major spiritual up-leveling. This is spiritual expansion, spiritual growth. This is a new way of life. This is a new cycle. It is. And I hate to jump forward, but you also have the World card coming in reverse. This is seated in your ego position, or how you view yourself. World coming in reverse. This is fated changes. This is lessons learned. I feel like because it's reversed, there is some doubt about what is happening, and you may be delaying these lessons from completing. So in the beginning of your reading, you also had the Faith card that came in reverse. Let me pull that. So yeah, you had this Faith card that was reversed, and I feel like you're doubting the wheels of change. You're not, for some odd reason, there is a delay with a cycle that's trying to end. So it's, in fact, with the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you're fighting it. This is conflict. Take a moment, Scorpios, pause, reflect, do some meditation to really understand what the issue is with letting this go. Why your faith is wobbly, and why you're not letting this end. So this could be relationships ending, letting go of people. This could be a lot of things for you. But for some odd reason, there is a sense of fear, and I'm getting nervous energy about it. So trust your intuition, okay? This is what's going on for you. You got the Eight of Swords coming in next. It's reversed. So you're gaining clarity. The fog is lifting. Eight of Swords upright. This is self-imprisonment. This is negative thinking that's keeping you blocked, keeping you trapped, keeping you stuck, but it's self-imposed. And because this is coming in reversed, I think with this intuition card, the High Priestess card, you're starting to receive spiritual downloads, clarity. You're receiving messages through your dreams, through synchronicities in your current 3D world. So this fog is clearing, and I feel like the energy surrounding, what's happening it's going to start dissipating. and you're no longer going to have to fight yourself and fight others and fight your environment. It's going to settle. You just need to come into alignment with it and understand what all that means. And that's for you to figure out. It's like, all right, this is all happening. A lot of it is out of control. What can I control? And how can I make that flow with me and make things easier? Because Ace of Wands is coming in. This is in your immediate past. So you're starting, this is the spark of inspiration. This is the beginnings of spiritual up-leveling. This is creative ideas, creative energy, inspiration, motivation. So I think because it's reversed, either you're experiencing some blockages, or this is very new energy that it's not quite mature. It's not mature ace energy. This is very new. And this marks the beginning of your new cycle. But because with the World card in reverse, if you're not allowing this world, if you're not allowing the cycle to complete, then this new ace wand energy cannot come in upright for you. No, not yet. But it will. It will the minute you gain clarity. Because in the near future, let me show it to you this way, you have the Seven of Cups reversed. So Seven of Cups is choices. Lots of choices. You have new things coming in for you. This could be new lovers, new friends, new revenue streams, new job opportunities, a new career path, a new soul path. Anything that you want is trying to come in. You've got a lot of choices in front of you, and I think because it's coming in reversed, you're feeling clouded minded. There is a sense of confusion. There is a fear of illusion. So when this card comes in, it's telling you to pause. When it comes in reverse, this is a card of taking a step out, taking a moment to really look at all the choices in your life. What is coming in for you? And then really assessing what each choice means and how that will impact you in your future. So this is about you taking a long-term strategic look at your life so you can choose the cup or cups correctly that are going to serve your highest good. But, there's a lot of confusion. You've got the Eight of Wand energy. Eight of Swords energy. It's reversed. So you're gaining the clarity that you need. And once this goes away, you'll be able to clearly see what the cups really have for you. The energy of the card will then go upright. And once you are able to see what cups are in front of you and to choose, the wand energy goes upright, and then the world can complete itself. You can complete this cycle, all right? But it's all about allowing yourselves to go through this transformation, this death card. This is a card of major transformation, and following your intuition throughout the whole process, okay? You're being divinely guided. It's in divine order, and in your highest good. Crowning is the Queen of Wands. Okay, she's coming in reversed. You also have the Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of reversals here, Scorpios, but that's okay. That's just indicative of the work that you're doing on yourself. You're in an energy space of self-reflection, self-meditation, and you're really taking a good hard look at who you are now, what just happened in the recent past, going back to what all that meant and how you're going to move forward. So this is self-reflection. This is you reevaluating your creative power. This is you reevaluating your own sense of self, right? Yeah, because like I said, you've got the World card, and then up next in your environment card is the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, to me, she is the precursor to the Empress card. So I'm going to show these together. So when the Nine of Pentacles comes in upright, she is the ultimate woman. She is the ultimate divine feminine energy. She has the job, she has the house, great earning potential, wonderful circle of friends, a great love life, and she's got it all, right? She's very independent. She's in her groove, she's in her element. She knows who she is, and she knows her self-worth. She knows her value. And she doesn't take shit from anybody. And I think with these two energies, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles together, Scorpio, I feel like this is representing you. It's reversed, so I feel like you're doing some self-reflection and reevaluating how you're flowing with this energy of Leo. You're trying to understand what the eclipses did for you, how they catapulted and catalyzed the energy behind your manifestations. So a lot of us are a bit shaky, a bit unstable, a bit wobbly, because this is very new and exciting energy. It's very fast moving energy. So I feel like for a lot of the signs, everyone is just taking a moment to self-reflect, okay, and to get into alignment. All right, so Scorpios, let's see, up next in your hopes and fears category is the Judgment card. This is the most spiritual card of the deck. This is about you answering the divine call. Yeah, this is you being told or being called to make life decisions that are going to have long-lasting impact in your life. And this will be the beginning of a big cycle, about plus years. What does that mean? This card is about you re-examining your past. So I keep going back to the cycle that just ended and reflecting on the lessons that you had to learn, ensuring that you understand what those lessons mean and how you are going to carry that wisdom forward in this new cycle, in this new life. The point is you don't want to have to repeat any karmic cycles or lessons again. Because if you have to repeat them, it's going to be harder. So if it was tough for you in the previous cycle, and the previous cycle was about plus years, reflect on that. How did the past decade go for you? Who were you 10 years ago versus who are you today? And what did you appreciate about the previous decade? What would you do differently? Things like that. So that's the reflection, the self-reflection, self-evaluation you need to take a moment to go through and really think about what that means, because this is a card of choices. This is a card of spiritual up-leveling. And this is about you getting into alignment with yourself and raising your vibrational energy to welcome in your new gifts that the universe is trying to bestow upon you. Because in your outcome card, you have the Page of Wands reversed. Page energy is very young energy. It's this is right after an Ace card. So the Ace is the spark of something, right? You have the Ace of Wands. Actually, this came in reversed. So you have the Ace of Wands that's trying to come in, and you have the Page of Wands and in your outcome card, but they're both reversed. So this indicates delays. It indicates delays because I think you're still working out what this transition means for you. Because the World card is coming in reversed as well. So you're not quite done yet. But the fact that it's here means it's almost over. You're very close to finishing this cycle. And you're very close to receiving this new inspirational guidance. This could even be new love coming in, new passion, because wand energy is very passionate. You know, I see a fire sign here. Could be, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Death card is a Scorpio. That's you. I feel like you're coming in for yourself. Nine of Pentacles, even though she's not a major or minor arcana card, it's heavy Virgo energy for me. Heavy Earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, a lot of fire energy. So those are the signs that I'm seeing right now. But allow this completion to end, okay? Allow it to happen, because when this does happen, that means it's a congratulations from the universe saying you're done. That is over. You no longer have to go through it again. You have learned the lessons. Go forth and prosper. have a beautiful, wonderful life, that's done. And the world symbolizes a form of graduation. So perhaps, you know, from a perspective of relationships, perhaps this means that you've been working with your partner on up leveling this relationship. But for whatever reason, you just couldn't get to a commitment, or you couldn't get to an engagement, or this could represent a marriage, right? So it's that type of graduation. But it's reversed. So there's still a little bit of work to be done. Just get into the flow of things, allow it to happen. The world card can also mean like completion of an educational program. It could be like a spiritual graduation within yourself. You're choosing to no longer be that person who you were years ago, because that's no longer serving you. That way of life kept you small. It kept you, shelled in, closed in. You couldn't grow. Now it's time to expand and break through that shell and really show up as your true authentic self. So that could also represent the graduation. And when you can get into alignment with who you are, what that authenticity means for you, this card will go upright, as well as everything else that's reversed. Okay, and you will have clarity on what it is that you need to choose for yourself. Okay, Scorpios. So that was we're going a bit long already, but there's just a lot of messages that are coming in for you. So that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Untamed Oracle deck. I'm going to pull 4 cards, and these are a cool, quirky set of Oracle cards that I really love. Sometimes they can have a unique way of conveying the truth, conveying messages, but I really do like these cards because they really assist in helping us determine what the synchronicities are in this message for you. Yes, and this is one reason why I like this deck. All right, so the first card that came out, I won't talk about it yet. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's right along. It's a great confirmation card for everything that we've talked about. That one wanted to pop. Yeah, and there we go. Okay, so you're going to understand why I like these cards and why it's called the Untamed Oracle. These cards can be very bold. All right, first card up for you is the Oh Fuck card. Yeah, I feel like because of what's going on here, and it came in your reading, with the Death card, the High Priestess card, and the World card reversed, and your Eight of Swords reversed, you're feeling like this. You're feeling chaotic. You're feeling out of balance. You're feeling like, holy crap, what's going on in my life? I can't seem to gain clarity on anything. I don't know what anything means anymore, because you're also having the Seven of Cups reversed. And that's also like, there's too much right now. There's overwhelm. There's too choices. I'm not clear with myself. I don't know what I want. Why can't things just be the way they used to be? What was wrong with that? Well, a lot was wrong with that. It was keeping you small. And it was not going to serve your highest good. And it's time to up level and move forward. But how are you going to do that? By letting this energy, this black, chaotic mess of energy settle down, clear up, get rid of it. So I feel like this represents like the Eight of Swords energy. It doesn't have to be this way, Scorpios. So listen to your intuition, follow your spirit guides, allow your guardian angels to speak to you through prayer, through meditation, through your dreams, and get focused. This is up next. Right now, you don't know which way to point this arrow, and you don't know which cup to choose, right? So a lot of choices here, a lot of confusion, and I think you're trying to figure it out. You're definitely in a period of trying to figure it out, because you need to, in order for you to aim this arrow clearly, or at least you need to know what direction you want to point it in. Because if you just point that arrow haphazardly, you don't know what you're going to call in. You don't know what you're going to attract. So you want to be deliberate in where you point this arrow, which means you're going to have to take a moment to focus. You're going to have to take a moment to perhaps write things down, maybe journal, and take a moment to ask yourself the question, what do I want? What will make me happy? And once you can write that down and you can start to see it tangibly, it'll start to make sense. And a lot of this energy will clear up. then you'll know in which direction to point that arrow. Because all you got to do is point the arrow, pull back on the bow, and release. After that, where that arrow goes, you're leading it up to the divine. It is blind faith in trusting that that arrow that you just launched is going to land in the location or in the spot or bring in an opportunity that is ultimately right for you. So you're trusting that the universe is going to bring in your goals, hopes, and dreams and help you manifest that. But you've got to know where you want to point that arrow, okay? And right now, you don't, okay? But you've got choices to make, lots of choices to make, all right? And what I like about this card is it's representing a duality of stoic earth energy and beautiful flowing water energy. And what this card is saying is you can choose to stick with what you know or what you're familiar with, but life's going to continue to pass you by. And once you make that choice, well, you're kind of stuck with it. And if you're sticking with the status quo or with something that worked for you in the past, know that it may not work the same way for you again, because you are entering a new cycle. And this is about spiritual growth and up leveling. This is about moving beyond the old and, the old way of doing things, the old way of being. It's about being bold and being brave and being courageous enough to move forward and not be that stuck, grounded, stoic energy, that's represented by the rocks. It's about flowing with the change and letting the water carry you to your next place, your next destination, okay? But this is a hard choice. These are big choices. When this card comes in, I feel like this is representative of the Two of Swords card in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's about choices. And it's big choices. So meditate and reflect on that, because your next card for you is the Messenger card. This card brings, this is messages from your guardian angels, your spiritual beings. All right. So this is a time to reflect. This is a time to get still and meditate. Really just turn within and try to answer some of those hard questions that are lingering around you in your environment. Because it's keeping you blocked, it's keeping you stuck, and it's creating confusion that you just don't need right now. It's unnecessary confusion. So, all right. So up next is I'm going to pull from the Pure Love Oracle. Let's just sort of check in with what divine masculines and feminines have to say to one another. All right. Yeah, Scorpios, big reading. This is really big. You're definitely going through a major cycle. You're starting a new cycle. It's just new energy. And it's the new energy and the softness. I don't want to say softness. It's the squishiness of the energy that has you like, oh God, I'm in a state of confusion, state of anxiety. But it doesn't have to be. So just, take a deep breath. Walk away, from the problem for a bit, because sometimes if we're around the issue or problem of concern too much, it's like we lose sight of what's really important. It clouds our judgment. So just, maybe just take a weekend vacation or go away for a couple days just to get out of your environment. It could be a work thing. It could be something at home. Sometimes we all just need to get out of the cities that we live in and just go change the scenery for like a day or two. And that will bring you enough clarity and renewed energy to kind of start thinking again through the process, through the problem set, and gaining clarity on what those Seven of Cups mean, right? So, but it's all temporary, it's all good. So don't let that really, weigh on you, because it's all shifting. The month of August, everything is shifting. The big key takeaway for the month of August, honestly, is to keep your thoughts and energy positive. Really. You may be feeling confused and you may not know what any of this will mean. Just stay positive. And one of my favorite mantras that I always like to repeat to myself is, everything always works out for me. So repeat that for yourself, Virgos. Everything always works out for me. And say it enough times and you'll start to feel the shift. You will. And things will start to happen for you in your 3D. Try to keep your thoughts general. try not to get too specific on what it is that you want. So for example, if you're trying to call in a new love relationship, just say something like, you know what? I welcome in love and new opportunities. And that's it. That's it. And allow the universe to work its magic. Because anything beyond that, excuse me, I dropped the card. Anything beyond that is going to create a limitation on what's trying to come in for you. Okay? So the universe is really working on the behalf of all of us. But if we start to get specific, that means we're limiting what the universe can do for you. Right? So think of the month of August as like, Aladdin. Your wish is a command. So whatever you say, your wish is a command. So keep it general because because you just don't want to manifest anything that you didn't intend to. All right, so we have 2 messages for masculine, and he's saying to his feminine, I wish you could be here right now. And he's also saying you're not open to love right now. Okay, so the masculine is feeling blocked from his feminine. All right. And feminine is saying, I miss you, and I feel I do not deserve you. Yeah. So even though the masculine is sensing that there is some sort of block between him and his feminine, there is definitely love. There's definitely love on both parts, the masculine and the feminine. And feminine is saying, I feel like I don't deserve you. So it feels like she's working through some self-worth issues. This could be the Nine of Pentacles that we talked about. Working on herself, her self-worth, reevaluating who she is and what's going on in her life, and is she in the right career field? Is she earning the money she wants to earn? Is she enough for her masculine? So these would be the things that's going on in her mind, because she misses her masculine, but she feels she doesn't deserve him. And he's like, I wish I could be right there with you, but you're not open to love right now. So I feel like, she's definitely putting off energy of stay away, not right now, where I'm blocked. Scorpios, you do have that hard exterior shell, and you've got that tail that can come out and just, pinch and poison. So, I feel like some of that will be going on energetically. But your masculine wants a connection. This is what I'm getting is that the masculine energy wants a connection with the feminine energy. And, I think he's hesitating on whether or not he should reach out. So the advice here is feminines, open yourself up to love. Unblock your heart. This is a month of love energy. Whatever that means. That's a very broad term. So open up your heart. Lead your life from a space of heart-centeredness. Acts of kindness, gratitude, sending love and light externally to family, friends, people, even your enemies. That'll change your karma real fast. It really will. All right. So I think once you allow that block to come off, maybe retract that tail, the scorpion tail, lower it, lower your defenses, this connection can then move forward. It's not going to be fast moving, but at least the initial energy around, the conversations can start, like a check-in. So, yeah, like I said, Venus moves into Virgo at the end of the month. Mercury's going direct, so I think this will start to clear up energetically right around the middle of the month, all right? So I'm going to pull from the Sacred Rebels deck. Pull a card from here. I'm going to pull a card from the Nature's Whispers, and then we'll finish with a card pull from the Native Spirit. We are going a bit long, so thank you for your patience, and I appreciate you sticking with me to the bitter end. But there's just a lot coming in for you all, Scorpios. Oops. There was just a lot coming in that you needed to hear, and that's okay. So we also have in the month of August the Lionsgate portal, and sorry, my jewelry is off center. We've got the Lionsgate portal, and that is running from the 26th of July through the 12th of August. That's a very important time period, energetically speaking. So that would be contributing to some of the reason why you're feeling out of sorts, why you're feeling confused, why you'd be feeling erratic, or unsettled or anxious. We've got a lot of new beginning energy. Like I said, we had the super new moon on the 31st, and we're ending with another new moon on the 30th of this. So lots of new beginnings, new is the theme for this. But we've got the Lionsgate portal, and it's very fiery energy. So you're starting to get, your creative juices are flowing. You're going to start receiving, bits of inspiration about where you need to be going and headed in your new life. So there we go. But 8/8 is a very important day for us in the collective. It's a great time to get centered and reaffirm your goals, hopes, and dreams, and hopefully that will help you gain the clarity that you need to clear up this energy. So up first is release the dark wound and let love live. Yeah. So whatever, I think the wound that's being referred to is whatever is trying to close down for you. So let go of the past. Let go of past hurts. The past is in the past. It happened for a reason, and it had to happen for your highest good. But what was the lesson? Okay, what was the lesson that you needed to learn in order for you to move forward? So release the past, release the dark wound, and let love live. That is a big message for you, Scorpios. I think if you can take care of this question, or release that, or do some journaling around that wound, you're going to move forward a lot quicker, and you're going to move forward, and you're going to be a lot happier for it. Next, this is from the Nature's Whispers. This is the Higher Ground card. I think the divine is saying, take the higher ground, take the high road, Scorpios. Don't go low. There's a lot of conflict going on in your life. This is the bottom of the deck reading, so a lot of sword energy. Five of Swords is arguments, fighting. Don't be petty. I think that's the message. Don't be petty. Words sting, words matter, and words sometimes cannot be taken back. So take the higher ground here, all right? Release the dark wound, let love live, take the higher ground. And for the native spirit, this is eagle medicine, all right? So I'm going to read that message because I really want to make sure that you get the message you need to receive. Again, I know we're going a bit long, but this is important. So, eagle medicine, profound connection to the creator and the heavenly realms. So intuition, we saw that with the high priestess. As the eagle soars high above the earth, it has the ability to see things from a higher perspective, the higher ground card. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or to others. Absolutely. This is the time to face fear and overcome it. If the eagle medicine card has chosen you, you are at the advent of the opportunity to truly see life from a rarefied vantage point. Eagles are considered one of the most sacred of all birds in tribes and cultures. Their single-minded fierceness, dynamic energy, and ability to soar high are part of the reason for this card. This card reminds you to take heart and face fear. You do indeed have the strength to overcome any adversity. You also have a direct line to the Creator. Yes, you do, Scorpios. You're very intuitive, and yeah, that's a very true statement for you all. Your prayers are heard and will be answered in accordance with your highest good. I've been saying that throughout the entire reading. You have the capacity to channel extraordinary life force energy through your hands. Yeah. All right, Scorpios. What a powerful reading. I think the last three cards summed up this reading nicely. I think that's the message you really needed to hear, Scorpios. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Love and light to all of you. And let me know how everything's working out for you. It is an important day as well as all right. Full moon on the 15th of this in Aquarius. So love and light to all of you, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.